Chapter 6, Mishnah 3. As taught in the previous Mishnah, the mitzvah of Kisui Adam applies only where the shechita of the chaya or bird was valid. This Mishnah discusses cases in which the shechita was performed by a deaf-mute, a deranged person, or a minor, who are likely to do shechita improperly. If a deaf-mute, deranged person, or minor slaughtered a chaya or bird with others observing them, and the observers saw that the shechita was done properly, one of the observers is obligated to cover the blood. Since the shechita was valid, there is an obligation of kisui hadam, but the slaughterer cannot fulfill the obligation because he is a legally incompetent person who is exempt from all mitzvahs. Therefore, one of the observers must cover the blood. If a deaf-mute, a deranged person, or a minor slaughtered a chaya or bird in private without observers, anyone who sees the uncovered blood is exempt from covering it because the shechita was presumably invalid. And so it is regarding the law of it and its offspring. Also, ve'espino. If a deaf-mute, deranged person, or minor slaughtered an animal with others observing them, and the observers saw that the shechita was done properly, it is forbidden to slaughter the animal's mother or offspring afterward on that day because of the prohibition of also ve'espino. However, if they slaughtered in private without observers, Tanaim disagree as to the law. Rabbi Meir permits slaughtering the animal's mother or offspring afterward on that day because the shechita of the first one was presumably invalid, and thus the prohibition of also ve'espino does not apply. But the sages forbid slaughtering the mother or offspring on that day, because we must suspect that the shechita was valid. The sages agree, though, that if someone did slaughter its mother or offspring later that day, he does not receive the 40 malchus, because it is possible that the shechita was invalid and the prohibition does not apply.